that if you just put your money into a FTSE 100 tracker or something like that, you've actually done markedly better than following religiously the recommendations from UK Independent Wealth. Well, I suppose the first thing is Fortune and Freedom was actually my sort of gateway drug to Nigel Farage investing. What we actually did in the end was we actually took the full subscription to his UK Independent Wealth, and in that there's a selection of stocks. There's 16 in there that they've added to over time, and we had a go at tracking their performance. So he made his first recommendations in about the middle of 2020, December 2020, and we've tracked it forward since then. And the results aren't exactly encouraging. So what you essentially see is that if you just put your money into a FTSE 100 tracker or something like that, you've actually done markedly better than following religiously the recommendations from UK Independent Wealth.
So yeah, you started off with a sort of normal 100,000, but you didn't have to stump up your actual money. But if you'd invested £100,000 on the Farage track or just in a general FTSE tracker, what difference would it have made?
So roughly the difference is about £25,000. So if you'd followed Farage, you'd be down to about £93,000 at the moment. And if you put your money into a FTSE 100 tracker or a FTSE All Share tracker, you'd be on something roughly around about £118,000.
So it's about 25 grand difference, which is, I mean, that's outperforming anything you'd get from just sticking your money in a bank account. What does Nigel Farage say?
So I didn't manage to speak to him for very long. In fact, I think our conversation lasted about a minute before the phone line went dead. But in that brief time, he was able to make very clear to me that he does not provide investment advice, and that's something that actually I should say is made very clear on their website. But he's obviously, he's still putting this stuff out, and I should also say that this is just one of several sort of different schemes that they promote. So you also have things like the cash surge calculator, which is apparently so extraordinarily secret that it needs to be the algorithm for it is buried it's put on a USB stick that's buried under the Nevada desert. So there's you enter a sort of quite a how can I put it, hyperbolic world when you sign up to this stuff.
Yeah, you really do. Well, it's a fascinating story. Genuinely, it's also because it's one of those things where everyone's seen those adverts when you log on to almost anything on YouTube these days. You see them popping up, and it's nice to see someone following it to its logical conclusion. Really good to speak to you, Harry Wilson from Bloomberg. Harry, good to speak to you.